Good morning, everybody. Welcome from my hot tub on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Last night we did a mastermind on stress and stress management, and I told you I would bring you into a little bit of my morning routine, which means at 7:30 I sit in my hot tub and I have my chai fat bomb tea. I've been up since 4 a.m. I did my studying. I taught my class, I got my son on the bus, and now it's time to do my hot tub, and I wanted to share this experience with you while talking about today's live video. So last night we talked about stress, and one of the things that came up was talking about how to alleviate a lot of stress in your life when it comes to your personal relationships. So one of the things that I realized quite a while ago, and please let me know when I'm about 7 minutes into the video so I can wrap things up, so I keep my videos short, is that you will alleviate a lot of stress in your life when it comes to your personal relationships or professional ones when you completely eliminate expectations on anybody, on anything. And the minute you start putting those expectations on yourself instead of on somebody else, all of a sudden your life will become a lot easier. How many times do you wake up in the morning and you go about your day and you're thinking, he should have done that for me, meaning your spouse, even your kids, they should have done that. This should have happened. When you're dealing with your spouse, and you have a lot of expectations of who you want them to be as a person, you're going to put a lot of stress on yourself. You're going to put a lot of stress on your marriage, and you cannot expect people to be something that they're not. And if you're in a relationship right now and you have certain expectations of that person and those expectations are not being met, that's your problem. That's not their problem. They are who they are. If they're clean, they're going to be clean. If you married a slob, you married a slob. If they're romantic, then they're going to be romantic. If they don't recognize birthdays or send birthday cards or Valentine's Day chocolates, then they're not romantic. And that's the person that you chose to marry. And you'll need to go through and make a list of all of the things that you have put expectations on people or somebody. You know, I grew up, and you have expectations about who your parents should be. Your parent should be, your dad should be the type of guy who goes and sees your gymnastics stuff. Your dad should be, the person who checks in on you every couple of days or whatever, right? Your dad should be that person who stands right beside you through thick and thin, no matter what's happening in your life, and he'll never hold anything against you. My dad isn't like that. And, I just accept my dad for who he is. I won an award once for Entrepreneur of the Year back in 2006, and I had to give a speech in front of 400 people. And because my dad is so entrepreneurial and I grew up watching him being such a successful entrepreneur, I really wanted him to be there to watch me accept this award for being Entrepreneur of the Year. And he didn't show up, right? So of course that's going to hurt, but what are you going to do? Do you go around and just resent him for the rest of your life? Or do you accept that my father grew up in a home where they resented even having kids to begin with, so they did not show their children any love or affection or attention or anything. My dad grew up his entire life struggling on knowing exactly how to offer love and affection. My dad didn't show up for my 40th birthday because he couldn't find parking. I had a birthday party planned downtown Old Montreal on December 7th, my birthday, for my 40th, and I get a text from him a couple of minutes before I'm expecting him to arrive, and he's like, "We're turning around going home because we can't find parking." Right? So people are going to disappoint you, and the minute you stop having expectations on, well, my father should have been there for my 40th birthday. Yeah, I believe that. I believe he should have been there for my 40th birthday. I believe he shouldn't forget my birthdays, but he does. And I want my mom to be a stronger woman. She's making personal life decisions that aren't in alignment with my moral values, but she is who she is. Do I go and resent her for the rest of my life, or make her problems my own? She has to make her own decisions. And so I say this too because we have a lot of expectations of what we want for our children and what we want for our parents and what we want. Yeah, that sucks, right, Mara? It's like, what's wrong with you people? But they are who they are. And you have to really appreciate this in your relationships, because in my earlier years of dating people, I'm a pretty high standard person. I have morals, I have values, I have standards, I have rituals, I have routines, and I live up to a certain expectation that I hold for myself. And I naturally expect other people to live up to those expectations. And I've dated people in my past where they just were not capable of living up to the expectations that I set for them, and I was at fault. I was wrong to even have any kind of notion that they should remotely, live up to any kind of expectations that I have. Who am I in a relationship? You do not own your spouse. You do not own who they are or what they should do or how they should live their life or how they should feel about you or how they should treat you. You do not own them. You're sharing time with them. That's what you're doing essentially, is you're sharing time, and whoever and whatever comes into the relationship organically, because it just flows, because that's who they are and that's who you are, that's what creates magic in a relationship, and that's what creates a solid foundation in a relationship. But the minute you have certain expectations on your husband or your kids for them to be something that they are not, that's where arguments happen. That's where the nagging happen. That's where the frustration happens. And I know you guys, or most of you, some of you, few of you, deal with this. And that's why at night the backs are turned to each other instead of facing each other, like you're sleeping on the either side of the bed because you're pissed off at your husband for one reason or another. And ask yourself first why you're pissed off with him. Are you pissed off with him because he didn't meet your expectation about something? And if you are waiting for them to do something for you, or do something around the house, or do anything that you are expecting, cut that right out. Hire somebody, do the job yourself, talk to a friend, or rely on somebody else for the advice or the mentorship or whatever that you're looking for. Fill that gap through another means, and don't put your expectations on somebody else to fulfill them when they're not capable of doing it. And that's, hey, I can wave now to people. That's kind of fun. That's a new thing. Hey, I can wave. Thank you. I'm at 8 minutes. Krista, thank you so much. I will shut up now. I want to keep these videos nice and short and tight. Thank you for reminding me of the time. I hope you found this useful. Comment down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. I would love to further coach and help you if you are struggling with this. So put down your questions, your comments, share your stories, and we will talk to you again very, very soon. We have the coaches meeting tomorrow night at 8 p.m. If you're thinking about becoming a coach, the first section of that meeting will be an information session to help you understand how you might play a role in our dream team or as a future coach or instructor. We have already started training for those people who are interested. Now's your time to jump in and start learning how you can play a part of our team. I have a huge surprise coming up soon. Can't wait to share it with you, but it all has to do with telling your story. So get in touch with Sophie when you're ready to tell your story. I have some bonuses, some super cool fun bonuses that I'm going to ship to you in the mail. For the first 12 people who send in their video testimonial, I've got a super cool gift. I got a gift for you, and it's going to come in a nice pink shiny envelope, and I'm going to stuff that envelope filled with fun things. And if you're one of the first 12 people to submit your video testimonial, you're going to get that gift in the mail. Okay, so super cool. So reach out to Sophie. She's our storyteller. She's in charge of our affiliate program and helping you tell your story so that you can not only help other women go through this process, but you can also make a few dollars and put them in your pocket for each person that you help us sign on simply through your video. All you got to do is record a video, send it to Sophie. We'll take care of the rest, and you'll make money in your pocket just for doing that. And some good, decent money, like a lot of good, decent money, because we're here to help everybody grow. All right, guys, have yourself an amazing day. We'll talk to you very soon. Bye.